Hello and welcome. You're watching FII. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. Now, jobs. We did an earlier episode where we talked about what are going to be the sectors in demand, jobs in demand in this post-pandemic world as well. But a lot of you wrote back to us and said, well, jobs are there. We are applying as well. Economy is opening up. Lockdown is, people are getting back to offices as well. But how to crack your first interview? How to ensure that you have a very attractive resume as well? Well, that's the focus on today's FII. How to get your CV right. Now, resume is what an employer will look at much before he meets you. It is the first interface you have with your employer as well. You have to make the most out of this opportunity. And in a market like India, where there are so many talented people all fighting in for that one position, you got to ensure how your resume is really going to be standing out. The employment market as well is changing all the while, and so have resumes as well, evolving from one size fits all to standardized, customized resumes that really go and are made to suit a particular company, a particular employer as well. So we thought, let's give you some quick tips on how to make your resume and CV attractive. And then, of course, we'll talk to industry experts who will take you through what really are the big yays and nays in that. So now these, what I've just told you, some do's and don'ts, are very basic stuff, something that you will easily be knowing at this point as well. But when it comes to industry, what are the big ahas when somebody is looking at a CV? That's something that we'll try and break down with our panel today. Joining us is on FII is Chocko Valliappa. He's got great insights into how exactly things are working in that direction. So we'll get to understand from him as well on how things are moving in this direction. So let me go to Mr. Valliappa next on this one. So there is a difference in how first-timers craft their CVs to mid-management to how it happens higher up. So networking plays a role more and more as you keep going up the ladder, clearly. But do you have some tips for first-timers, young people who are just getting out of college?
Yeah, absolutely. Today it's all about speed and how can I execute faster for companies. So they're very worried that, coming out of schools or colleges, they wouldn't be ready for the job and they have to invest in training. So how you can highlight your relevant experience, in some skills that for example, if you're taking artificial intelligence and AI program in Coursera or edX or NPTEL, then you should highlight that and say that you are a certified programmer or Python programming. And before that, if I can go first from a fundamental CV type, I think CVs are kind of redundant in a way right now because most of the CVs are being read by machines, right? Especially if you're a first-time joinee, like you said, being read by machines. And so what are the key words, the hashtag, almost hashtag-wise, what are the key focus areas that you're doing? That's why what we have done is at HireMee, we have a 20-second video clip, 3 20-second video clips. And one is about me, one is about my skills, and one is about who I am. And we've taken 20 seconds because that's when you decide, it's the speed dating techniques that we've used to see whether you like a person or not. And if you don't like the person, you don't need to invest more. And another basic thing, especially for first-time joinees, is that now the crawlers are also going and seeing who are you from a social media perspective. So they're crawling Twitter accounts or LinkedIn accounts, like it was talking, and seeing what is your CV talking, and is it collaborating with your social media presence? And because a lot of who you are comes out of that.
Right.
So that's the key thing. And how do you shout out about your achievements and about your character more so, right? I mean, because you have 15,000 people applying for a job potentially. So who stands out? It's like you applying to
video concept, this is something which only media channels used to do if you were applying for a job here, because that was an essential then, not anymore. Even inside a boardroom now you need a personality, and that's really is going to shout out. That's something we're gonna dive into. But on the other side of this, Doctor, I think out of the box, and I'm a hard worker, I'm a creative thinker. All these things, they don't really work. So what should one really be saying? Give me an example, for instance, for people watching out.
Yes, Sonal. So, in fact, once I'll give you a live example of one of the kids was interviewing with Accenture, and they asked her, "What have you done?" And she said, "I went to a school, I saw a blind kid, and I asked them, what's the surgery cost? And they said a surgery can set it up. And she said, it's 40,000. And she came to our institution. We said that if you collect 50%, we'll match it. And she got the kid eyes. And she said, I got the kid eyes. They said, here's the offer letter. That was it. They never asked for anything else.
That's what you mean when you say tell them a story.
Yeah,
that's a great
exactly.
example. That's a great example. And since Mr. Valliappa has the best examples that we've come up with, your favorite CV, the last one that you saw, what did it say?
I think the person actually researched on the projects that we are working right now and went into the details and said that these are the projects that you're working on. This is my background. And though the person was a fresher, he showed he said that academically I'm not good enough, perhaps, but this is why I'd be a good employee and I'll be a good fitment to that particular requirement. So
when talent meets purpose and how there has to be a match between the two, and if you're able to say that in your CV, well, I'm just happy I'm not looking for one just yet. Otherwise, there is a lot of competition out there. But yeah, taking all your notes over there, and I hope this was helpful for everybody who's been trying it out. Thank you all for joining us on this very exciting FII. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.